Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you are listening from or you are watching me from. So I'm making this video because we had a class last time, last time we met, and the class was towards the creative conference that was held like a month ago, and I made a promise to actually do the breakdown of one of those designs that we worked on. So I promised to do the breakdown of one of the designs I worked on. So I'm going to do the breakdown now, and I hope you follow me. It's actually not a very complex design, so it's very simple and straightforward. So without further ado, let's get started. All right. So I'm trying to load the elements that we're going to use. So there's a resource file that has been attached to this video. So if you want to try this particular design, you can do well to actually check the resource file that has been added to the video. So you can check the resource file that has been added to the video. So uh, let me just try to reset my workspace. So you can just go to Windows because your own might not come like this. Maybe you're opening it for the first time, so it might not come this way. So you have to go to Windows, then workspace, then reset essentials. So you can click on reset essential. So this is the default for every Photoshop. Yes. So I will now start. All right. So to create a new, because we are going to create a new page, we are going to create a new canvas. So to create a new canvas, all you have to do is to just to go to your file and your new. So it will bring this pop-up bar out. Well, it might not be like this in your own, but it's still the same way, same settings and all. So you can also go by pressing Ctrl N. Ctrl N will also bring out the same thing, or you just go to your file, new, and it is still bringing. So it's the same thing. So Ctrl N and the other one is the same thing. So we are going to be using the Instagram portrait dimension. So the size for the Instagram portrait dimension is that I use is in pixels, which is 1080 by 3050. So it's in pixels. So I already have it as default here. But if you don't have it as default, you can just come here, you look for pixels. So you look for pixels, then you press 1080, you press 1350, and you make sure that your resolution is on 300, and then you hit create. So it give you something like this. So from there, the first step that was done is to go to your solid color. Yes, so the first thing we actually did is to create a solid color. So how do we create a solid color? It's just basically under this layers panel we have different functions there. You can actually refer, or you can refer. Yes, I made some tutorials on like introduction to Photoshop. Maybe if you can just refer to them, or you can contact to have them, so you should be able to navigate better. So under this place you have your solid color. So click here. This is the circular shape that looks like it is being cut into half. Yes, so you see solid color. Then it will bring this your color picker or your picker out. So the color that was applied is black. So the first thing is make sure there is a solid color black. So this is like one of the major things I actually do first when I want to create any design, say any type of design. I make sure I start with a solid color. So the solid color can be blue, it can be black, it can be red, it can be anything, but it will somehow influence the final color output of that design. Yes. So if I'm working with green, I make sure I use a solid color of green. So even if I'm going to work on any other thing, I will in a way overlay it around that. So that's basically how that works. So now I will open the resource file. So I'll just open the resource file. Yes. So we used three elements for this design. Yes. So three elements we are going to be using. These are it. So the first one that was brought in is this circular gradient. So you can just click on it and just drag it inside, or you can just go to your file, import. Yes, you can go to your file, you will see place embedded. Yes, so you can click on place embedded, and then you look for resource file. So then we can choose the one that which is number 2. So we wait for it to come in, and this is it. This is it here. So the next thing that was done was I increased the size a lot. So increase the size. So that forms the background. Then another thing, or let me say another secret about all this background is just if you have a background like this, you can still play around with your blend mode in a way. So just playing around with the blend mode, and I think later it's sorted to maybe add lights. If not add lights, yes. Later it's sorted to add lights. Yes. So yes. It's either add light or linear light. It's either add light or linear light. Yes. So we resorted to this. Now the next thing that was brought in was the other shape, which is you just go to your file, place embedded, and this is the next shape here, number 8. So this one too was increased, not so much, but was increased to an extent. So yes. So to create a distinct, or to create levels between this shape and the other shape, I had to close this, then create an empty layer in between these two layers. So to create an empty layer, you just come down again. As I said, you can refer to the other tutorials, but under this place there's the part of empty layer. It is right beside the delete button, so you just click on it. So once you click on it, I can easily use my eyedropper to pick this particular color. Then with my brush selected, I can increase and decrease the size. So to increase and decrease the size, you use your square bracket. Your left to decrease, right to increase, and make sure your cap lock is always off. My cap lock is off now, but if I click on it, my cap lock is on, so I will not be able to use it. But I make sure my cap lock is off. So then I will just click on it. Then I can reduce the flow a bit. Come again. Then I think this is good. So then I'll put it back. So this is the before, this is the after. So there's like a distinct already. Yes. So the next thing that we are going to do now is to come here, create a layer mask on this particular thing. So I explained again in the tutorial that was made that there's a destructive form and there's a constructive form. So the destructive form is when you rasterize your layer and you just use eraser, but the constructive form is when you use your layer mask to work on your designs. So majorly I use layer masks, and the importance of this layer mask is you can actually go back again, refer to the original design without tampering with it. But if you rasterize it, you will tamper with it and you will not be able to go back to its original form. So with the brush selected and making sure that my foreground is black, I'll just erase this lower part. So you have something like this. Are we together? Yes. So the next thing to bring in is the picture, which is here. So to bring that in, all you have to do is to go again, File, Place Embedded, and click on it. So I will explain how the picture was done in later videos, but for now, because I don't want the video to be too long, so we just work around it now. Yes, so we add it like this, as this. So once you are done, you just press. Is either you press this when you are done. Is either you press this mark, it goes, or you press your enter. It goes. To select any element, you have to press your Ctrl T to move it around. So I'm just putting that. So as I said earlier, you can refer to the videos that we've done earlier. So now the next thing is the coming to LaTeX, and the font that was used for that is Vertica. So coming to LaTeX. So I can't find my character here, so I have to go to Windows, Character, and to bring it. So we have to reduce this. Increase it. So to increase it, I said earlier, you can press your Ctrl T, and then you have a very bigger scale. So you can still play around it. Then we can change it to the font that was used. I said the font that was used is Vertica. So this is the font. So then the color of the font was changed to black. So then blend mode, we actually used blend mode to play around, and we used, yes, so sometimes you just have to go around, check, then we saw overlay, and overlay was working well, so just used that. Yes, so then I think we had the logo, so the logo was here, and then the last thing that was there, which is the shape. Now the shape is just basically just a normal shape like this, just using your shape layer, a normal shape, and I have included the Xcode for the color, so you can actually just go copy it. So the Xcode is D0 2121. So you can just copy that, or you can type that and then go to your color and type this 0, 2 and 2. So then we can add this. Then we just typed on it. So just typed on it, just wrote anticipate. Then you can change the color to white. Ctrl T to increase the size. Then from there, I'll just copy it. Then and give it spacebar, Ctrl V to paste, spacebar, Ctrl V paste, spacebar, Ctrl V to paste, Ctrl V to paste. So basically that's it. Then I can group the layers together. Holding my control button down, I can group the layers, selecting on the two layers, then hitting Ctrl G to group them. So then Ctrl T to select them. Then you can come to the corner. Once you come to the edge of each of those anchors, it turns to a rotating icon. So you can just click on it and rotate it. So to give it that transparent feel, all you have to do is just come to this your blend mode again and play around with whichever one works. And I think the one that worked for us then was add light. Yes, so we used add light. Then Ctrl J again to select, and then to rotate. So yes, something like this. So we have add this here and add this here. So if you are in class last time, I think I already explained the concept behind the design, and yes, so I think that's it. Yes, so thank you so much for joining. And okay, before I go, there's a last thing to add, which is our noise. Yes, noise. To add noise, all you have to do is come to this place. As I said earlier, you have to come to your solid color. Go to your solid color. You can make it white. Then make sure this place is in black and white. If you want to the foreground and the background color, if you want it to be black and white, just press D on your keyboard to change to the default. Then you can go to your filter, noise, add noise. Yes, you can convert it to smart objects. Then yes. So if you have this there, you can just change it to soft light, and then you can give it a opacity of, like, let's say 20%. Yes, and that's it. You can even give it 30% depending on your choice. So this is not the only way to do this, right? But then there are other ways around it. But I think that's just how the design was done. And in case you have any question or anything, please do well to send a message to me, and I will definitely reply you. So next time I'm going to explain another design. So till then, have a lovely time, and don't forget to keep creative. Thank you so much, and God bless.